and they were calling on him that he might permit them to enter into these. And the demons, having gone forth, entered into the pigs, and the herd rushed down the steep and were drowned.
Today's reading from the Old Testament, Deuteronomy chapter 9, verse 1 through chapter 10, verse 22. Hear, O Israel, you are passing over the Jordan today to go in to possess nations greater and mightier than yourself, cities great and fortified up to the heavens. A people great and tall, sons of Anakim, whom you have known and of whom you have heard, who stations himself before sons of Anak. And you have known today that your God Yahweh is he who is passing over before you. As a consuming fire, he destroys them, and he humbles them before you, and you have dispossessed them and destroyed them quickly, as Yahweh has spoken to you. You do not speak in your heart, in your God Yahweh's driving them away from before you, saying, in my righteousness Yahweh has brought me in to possess this land. But in Yahweh dispossessing these nations from your presence, it is because of their being wicked. It is not in your righteousness and in the uprightness of your heart that you are going in to possess their land. But in Yahweh dispossessing these nations from your presence, it is because of their being wicked, and in order to establish the word which Yahweh has sworn to your fathers, to Abraham, to Isaac, and to Jacob. And you have known that it is not in your righteousness that your God Yahweh is giving this good land to you to possess it, for you are a people stiff of neck. Remember and do not forget that with which you have made your God Yahweh angry in the wilderness, from the day that you have come out of the land of Egypt until your coming to this place. You have been rebellious against Yahweh. Even in Horeb you have made Yahweh angry, and Yahweh shows himself angry against you to destroy you. In my going up into the mountain to receive the tablets of stone, tablets of the covenant which Yahweh has made with you, then I abide on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. I have not eaten bread, and I have not drunk water. And Yahweh gives to me the 2 tablets of stone, written with the finger of God, and on them is according to all the words which Yahweh has spoken with you on the mountain, out of the midst of the fire in the day of the assembly. And it comes to pass at the end of 40 days and 40 nights, Yahweh has given the 2 tablets of stone to me, tablets of the covenant. Then Yahweh says to me, rise, go down, hurry from here, for your people whom you have brought out of Egypt have done corruptly. They have quickly turned aside from the way which I have commanded them. They have made a molten thing for themselves. And Yahweh speaks to me, saying, I have seen this people, and behold, it is a people stiff of neck. Desist from me, and I destroy them, and blot out their name from under the heavens, and I make you become a nation more mighty and numerous than it. And I turn and come down from the mountain, and the mountain is burning with fire, and the 2 tablets of the covenant are on my 2 hands. And I see, and behold, you have sinned against your God Yahweh. You have made a molten calf for yourselves. You have quickly turned aside from the way which Yahweh has commanded you. And I lay hold on the 2 tablets and cast them out of my 2 hands and break them before your eyes. And I throw myself before Yahweh as at first for 40 days and 40 nights. I have not eaten bread, and I have not drunk water, because of all your sins which you have sinned by doing evil in the eyes of Yahweh to make him angry. For I have been afraid because of the anger and the fury with which Yahweh has been angry against you, to destroy you, and Yahweh also listens to me at this time. And Yahweh has shown himself very angry with Aaron to destroy him, and I also pray for Aaron at that time. And I have taken your sin, the calf with which you have made, and I burn it with fire, and beat it, grinding well until it is small as dust. And I cast its dust into the brook which is going down out of the mountain. And in Taberah, and in Massah, and in Kilbroth Hadavah, you have been making Yahweh angry. Also in Yahweh sending you from Kadesh Barnea, saying, go up and possess the land which I have given to you. Then you provoke the mouth of your God Yahweh, and have not given credence to him, nor listened to his voice. You have been rebellious against Yahweh from the day of my knowing you. And I throw myself before Yahweh the 40 days and the 40 nights when I had thrown myself, because Yahweh has commanded to destroy you. And I pray to Yahweh and say, Lord Yahweh, do not destroy your people and your inheritance, whom you have ransomed in your greatness, whom you have brought out of Egypt with a strong hand. Be mindful of your servants, of Abraham, of Isaac, and of Jacob. Do not turn to the stiffness of this people, and to its wickedness, and to its sin. Lest the land from which you have brought us out says, because of Yahweh's want of ability to bring them into the land of which he has spoken to them, and because of his hating them, he brought them out to put them to death in the wilderness. And they are your people and your inheritance, whom you have brought out by your great power and by your outstretched arm. At that time Yahweh has said to me, hew 2 tablets of stone for yourself like the first, and come up to me into the mountain, and you have made an ark of wood for yourself. And I write on the tablets the words which were on the first tablets, which you have broken, and you have placed them in the ark. And I make an ark of shittim wood, and hew 2 tablets of stone like the first, and go up to the mountain with the 2 tablets in my hand. And he writes on the tablets, according to the first writing, the 10 commandments, which Yahweh has spoken to you in the mountain, out of the midst of the fire, in the day of the assembly, and Yahweh gives them to me. And I turn and come down from the mountain, and put the tablets in the ark which I had made, and they are there, as Yahweh commanded me. And the sons of Israel have journeyed from Beeroth on the sons of Jachin to Mosera. Aaron died there, and he is buried there, and his son Eleazar acts as priest in his stead. From there they journeyed to Gudgoda, and from Gudgoda to Jotbathah, a land of brooks and water. At that time Yahweh has separated the tribe of Levi to carry the ark of the covenant of Yahweh, to stand before Yahweh, to serve him, and to bless in his name to this day. Therefore, there has not been a portion and inheritance for Levi with his brothers. Yahweh himself is his inheritance, as your God Yahweh has spoken to him. And I have stood in the mountain, as the former days, for 40 days and 40 nights, and Yahweh also listens to me at that time. Yahweh has not willed to destroy you. And Yahweh says to me, rise, go to journey before the people, and they go in and possess the land which I have sworn to their fathers to give them. And now, O Israel, what is your God Yahweh asking from you, except to fear your God Yahweh, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve your God Yahweh with all your heart and with all your soul, to keep the commands of Yahweh and his statutes, which I am commanding you today, for good for you. Behold, the heavens, even the heavens of the heavens, belong to your God Yahweh, as does the earth and all that is in it. Only Yahweh has delighted in your fathers to love them, and he fixes on their seed after them, on you out of all the peoples, as at this day. And you have circumcised the foreskin of your heart, and you do not harden your neck any more. For he, your God Yahweh, is God of the gods and Lord of the lords, the great, the mighty, and the fearful God, who does not accept by appearances, nor take a bribe. He is doing the judgment of fatherless and widow, and loving the sojourner, to give bread and raiment to him. And you have loved the sojourner, for you were sojourners in the land of Egypt. And fear your God Yahweh, you serve him, and you cleave to him, and you swear by his name. He is your praise, and he is your God, who has done these great and fearful things with you, which your eyes have seen. Your fathers went down to Egypt with 70 persons, and now your God Yahweh has made you as the stars of the heavens for multitude. Today's reading from the New Testament, Luke chapter 8, verses 28 through 48. And having seen Jesus, and having cried out, he fell before him with a loud voice, said, What regards me and you, Jesus, Son of God Most High, I implore you, may you not afflict me. For he commanded the unclean spirit to come forth from the man, for many times it had caught him, and he was being bound with chains and shackles, guarded, and breaking apart the bonds, he was driven by the demons into the deserts. And Jesus questioned him, saying, What is your name? And he said, Legion, because many demons were entered into him. And he was calling on him that he may not command them to go away into the abyss. And there was there a herd of many pigs feeding on the mountain, and they were calling on him that he might permit them to enter into these, and he permitted them. And the demons, having gone forth from the man, entered into the pigs, and the herd rushed down the steep into the lake, and were drowned. And those feeding them, having seen what was come to pass, fled, and having gone, told it to the city and to the fields. And they came forth to see what was come to pass, and they came to Jesus, and found the man sitting out of whom the demons had gone forth, clothed and right-minded, at the feet of Jesus, and they were afraid. And those also having seen it told them how the demoniac was saved. And the whole multitude of the region of the Gadarenes asked him to go away from them, because they were pressed with great fear. And he, having entered into the boat, turned back. And the man from whom the demons had gone forth was imploring of him to be with him. And Jesus sent him away, saying, Return to your house, and tell how God did great things to you. And he went away through all the city, proclaiming how Jesus did great things to him. And it came to pass, in the turning back of Jesus, the multitude received him, for they were all looking for him. And behold, there came a man whose name is Jairus, and he was a chief of the synagogue, and having fallen at the feet of Jesus, was calling on him to come to his house, because he had an only daughter, about 12 years old, and she was dying. And in his going away, the multitudes were thronging him. And a woman, being with a flow of blood for 12 years, who having spent all her living on physicians, was not able to be healed by any, having come near behind, touched the fringe of his garment, and immediately the flow of her blood stood still. And Jesus said, Who is it that touched me? And all denying, Peter and those with him said, Master, the multitudes press you and throng you, and you say, Who is it that touched me? And Jesus said, Someone touched me, for I knew power having gone forth from me. And the woman, having seen that she was not hid, trembling came, and having fallen before him, for what cause she touched him, declared to him before all the people, and how she was healed instantly. And he said to her, Take courage, daughter, your faith has saved you. Be going on to peace. Today's reading from the Psalms, chapter 44, verse 21 through 26. Does God not search this out? For he knows the secrets of the heart. Surely for your sake we have been slain all the day, reckoned as sheep of the slaughter. Stir up, why do you sleep, O Lord? Awake, do not cast us off forever. Why do you hide your face? You forget our afflictions and our oppression. For our soul has bowed to the dust, our belly has cleaved to the earth. Arise, a help to us, and ransom us for your kindness' sake. Today's reading from the Proverbs, chapter 9, verses 1 and 2. Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out her pillars. 7. She has slaughtered her slaughter. She has mingled her wine. Indeed, she has arranged her table.
And you have known today that your God Yahweh is he who is passing over before you as a consuming fire. He destroys them, and he humbles them before you. You do not speak in my righteousness. Yahweh has brought me in to possess this land. But in Yahweh dispossessing these nations from your presence, it is because of their being wicked. Why do you hide your face? You forget our afflictions and our oppression. For our soul has bowed to the dust. Our belly has cleaved to the earth.
Wisdom has built her house. She has hewn out her pillars. 7. She has slaughtered her slaughter. She has mingled her wine. Indeed, she has arranged her table.